What is up? Welcome back to another video. Make sure to like the video if you enjoy it, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Let's jump into it. I like Pentax stuff. I'm a big Pentax guy. I like repairing them. I like talking about them. I like shooting with them. And over the course of the years I've been talking about them, shooting with them, repairing them, and so on and so forth, my desires kind of fluctuated. First it was like ME Super, then Spotmatic, K1000, MX, all that stuff. This one is a little bit different because it's one that I don't really like all that much personally. It's not my favorite because I think right now I'm in a different mindset with my photography, but that doesn't mean it's not a good camera. And of course I'm talking about the Pentax P3. This is a very, very underrated camera. They are incredibly affordable for what they are. It is basically, I keep saying this, basically it's this. And then people in the comments are like, actually it's very different. So bear with me, okay, bear with me. It's basically, it's got all of the pros of a ME Super, MG, stuff like that, with very few of the cons. I think the one thing that I really enjoy about it the most is it has the manual control dial on your shutter speeds. It also offers the program setting of the KA mount, which this one has. So I can set it to A and it will just select all of your speeds for you. It's like, it just becomes this nice little compact camera. Why do I think it's so underrated? Honestly, I don't know. I think that a lot of like Pentax cameras out there are still kind of flying under the radar. The Super Program, the Program Plus, all of those cameras are really good. They do have a few shortcomings. I don't really like the LCD through the top. I think that that's kind of a really dated and flawed design to a degree. I think also the LCD on the top of the camera here tends to fail pretty quickly. This does not have those issues. It just has the LED readout with the shutter speed, very much akin to the ME or the ME Super. But it also has the manual control dial here, which I really am a big fan of because I like that articulation. I do think that the advanced lever's terrible. I really don't enjoy this like lack of personality. It looks like a piece of scrap plastic that they found laying around and just like fastened to this like even worse looking piece of metal. But for what it is, it works just fine. The on-off switch I think is relatively okay. You have a stop-down lever, and then also you have this, which I think is the party piece, and that is this really nice, really subtle grip. It's just enough to kind of hold on to. It's not so much that's protruding out into the system itself. It's there if you need it, and it's there if you don't. Like it's enough, but it's not too much. And I think that's a very fine balance that a lot of cameras aren't really able to find. I think you get certain grips like the F4 where it's like, okay, this is a big ass grip. Or you get other grips like with the screw in for the Super Program or the Program A or whatever, where it's like, it just feels like maybe I can maybe get a grip on it, but you know, it's not really anything of help. Whereas I feel like this is just right in that sweet spot of enough grip to hold on to, but not too much that it's like, I feel like I have to have Mondo hands to actually use the system. I think it's very compact for what it is. Again, it has like the similar system design as like an ME Super. So it is going to run into the same issue with the infinite wind and the mirror cage not charging properly. But once you get that sorted out, it is a great camera. You have a window for the memo on your film, which is very helpful. And overall, I just think that this all black version is very subtle. It's very sleek and it's very understated. And again, I think in the age of film cameras right now where we're at, things are very expensive. You know, it's harder and harder to find like these really nice aesthetically pleasing cameras. But for me personally, I think that this kind of fits that bill. You also have a shutter release port down at the base of the lens mount. So that's another helpful addition. You can still do longer exposure photos with this, even though that the shutter button doesn't have that mounting there. It does have a very solid build, like I mentioned before. You don't worry too much about this camera, and they're not really a whole lot of money. So even if it doesn't work, you drop it, it breaks, whatever, you can just get another one for, you know, pennies on the dollar, pretty much. So that's something that I really enjoy about it. It's a great entry point into the Pentax KA mount. It's great for beginners. It's great for a secondary camera. It's great for just your only camera, for a primary camera. I really do enjoy it quite a bit, and ultimately I'm selling it because I don't need any more cameras, honestly. I've shot with it a few times. I've enjoyed it. Time to let go, time to pass it along to someone else who can enjoy it. It is a very, very, very underrated Pentax camera, and I just want to share that with my audience here who might not be in the know just yet, but I want you to be in the know. Look out for one of these if you can find it. They're pretty solid. Make sure that it's actually working if you're getting it on eBay or KEH or whatever, but they are, I would say, worth an investment. And also I do think they just kind of look cool. So that's it. Those are my 2 cents. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, make sure to like it if you did. Subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you so much. Have a good one, and I'll catch you on the next one.